this thing?
Either we find a way or we both end up as Dino droppings.
Not funny. Okay, I'll pull up any relevant data on the computer. Regina, you search around for any possible clues or leads.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Dino Crisis. If you recall, last time Actually, I never know what happened last time. Actually, I seem to be missing some footage. After that cutscene next to Regina on the floor, there's supposed to be one of the key cards for door S for the lock system, the DDK thing. I showed it off my inventory screen to show I got it. But yeah, you just have to take my word for it that I picked it up there next to the weird vortex thing that Rick threw a coin into. So what that means is now we have both the keys for the S door, so let's head on over to that security room. Also of interest, the two Therizinosaurs in this room are walking completely in sync, so it only sounds like there's only one of them making footsteps. They don't roar and hiss at you when they detect you like raptors do, but they do walk faster, so their stomping is really loud, so you can tell when you're detected when they start stomping towards you quickly. Meanwhile, raptors will hiss at you and threaten you when they see you, but you know what? Screw him. You've got lasers, he can't do anything about that. Now, I climb up the ventilation shaft because, well, I went the wrong way, so let's go back down. This is kind of why you don't want to make a wrong turn, because you have to deal with these loading screens all the time. The good thing is the game does randomize the positions of the dinosaurs whenever you enter and leave a room, but it does remember which side of a laser grate they're on, so they won't like sort of spawn on the other side if you enter and leave a room accidentally, which I guess is good, because I do tend to move around the room normally. As we have both the keys for this S door, we can put in our keys and put in the code, and as you can see, the key is composed of numbers on different columns, so all you have to do is remove any letter with a number underneath it, basically, and the word in the end comes out to stabilizer. I always did wonder what the point of these words was, because, like, I mean, shouldn't having possession of the keys be enough of a security measure? I mean, I know this is a top secret facility, security is paramount and all that, but I'm sure this seems more trouble than it's worth. You have to tell everyone about the 3 different types of DDK codes they have to decipher. It seems more trouble than it's worth. That's just my opinion though, but maybe it all works out in the end. I don't know, maybe they have something similar at Umbrella Corp for all I know. Now, there is one other thing we can do in this room. If you remember before, we picked up 2 key chips, similar to the ones we found in the library room on level B1. And that's pretty much exactly what we have to do here. We have 2 of them, and the second one we picked up had the key, the code on it that we have to use. So, let's see, the code is 0392. So first we put in chip number 1 on this side, and then chip number 2 on the other side. And then we plonk in the key code written on chip number 2 to rewrite the data, and this will be used for a bit later on. So if you also remember back in the library room, we had to do a weird puzzle involving coloured blocks, and that's exactly what we have to do again, except this time we have to do it with 2 columns. And what we have to do is move all the transparent blocks to the left side and all the coloured white blocks to the right side. And then once they're there, you rearrange them in the pattern shown on the bottoms with the arrows pointing to them. It's really not that hard, but it takes, I guess, it takes a while. It's because of how slow the thing works. I really am tempted just to record some of these sound effects for these computers and then make them my desktop sounds, because they sound ridiculous. It's like their vision of what computers of the future would be like, and it's nothing like that, but I kinda wish it was. So let's go through this door we have unlocked now. This is a new area, part storage.
Initiating decontamination procedure.
Well, I guess that means Regina's unable to bear children anymore. I guess it's like a huge dose of radiation or something. In this room, there's a couple of doors we can't go into yet. This one requires a level A security card, and this one requires the DDK of D, letter D, which we only have one of at the moment. So let's go out the other way. Where does this take us to? Ah, it's a room we've actually been to before. It's the experiment room hall. If you remember, it's just the area where we met Gale earlier. Okay, and the Ultraraptor I killed has respawned. I guess I took too long. I think there's a time delay between, you know, when you kill an enemy and when they respawn again. Luckily, recently Rick activated the shutters so we couldn't access this area before. So now we can protect ourselves with this big wall of lasers and go into this room. And of course another resuscitation wouldn't hurt. Let's see what's in this room. Stabilizer experiment room. There's another Ultraraptor in this room, but he seems busy munching on something, so we'll just take this and stay out of his way. The main problem with Ultraraptors is they do a lot of damage, but more annoyingly, they also need a lot of ammo to kill them. So sometimes it's not worth fighting them because you just end up using up all your bullets. That panel over there we can't actually use yet because we don't know the code to it. So we need to find out the password or pass number. Nothing else in this room. The other door we can't get into yet. So what we did get was the other DDK key thing for door D. So now, after the raptor runs into this laser gate and gets stunned, we'll just run past him and make our way there. Good thing Ultraraptors are, you know, not immune to that whole laser gate strategy. Theriznosauruses are a bit harder to do that on because they don't get stunned nearly as much, they don't fall over, they just get knocked back a little bit. So they usually have enough time to recover by the time you turn off the laser wall and run past them if they get stunned. It doesn't stop them from, you know, running into it constantly. And this is one of the ones where the numbers are equal to the equivalent letter. You work it out as Dr. Kirk. Bit of a strange password, but alright. See, on its own it would be a terrible password, like you would never put a password to something as your own name, but combined with the DDK system, then yes, sure, it's fine to have perfectly stupid words as your passcode. And here is where we need to use those key chips we wrote. We need to use chip number 2 because that panel indicated the number. The next one doesn't have a number, so we're going to use key chip number 1, and this will open up this next door. You can see we're nearing something pretty important, something that needs 2 keys and a DDK system to get into. Really 4 keys. And another anesthetic aid. There are so many of these around. I have no idea why the game gives you so many. There simply aren't enough tranquilizer darts to accommodate them. Maybe the game expects you to use multipliers on tranquilizer darts. I don't know.
Rick, I've located the main generator of the third energy.
Great. See if you can activate it.
Alright, you heard the man. Let's see if you can activate the power and start the third energy doohickey. Now we're nearing the end of the game now. I don't know if you've really noticed, but like basically almost every journal is referring to like third energy this and third energy that. It's basically the whole thing that Dr. Kirk's been working on. And yeah, so it's pretty important. I get a feeling maybe we shouldn't be messing around with buttons and stuff, and well, at the moment we can't really. If you try to activate anything here, well, it says system locked. Let's press some buttons.
Error. Preparation procedure incomplete.
I guess there's something we need to do first. Something's not quite right here. Certain precautions have to be made before pushing the switch. Fair enough. So there's not really much we can do here. There's another level below, but again, going down there really achieves nothing at the moment because, well, I guess the generator's not ready. Something's missing. Let's check out the control room. This is a 2-level area. Let's head on downstairs. Lots of fancy computers. Almost afraid to touch anything. Well, at least I would be if this was in real life. In a video game, I'd just mash A on everything and hope it does something. Trouble is, at the moment, nothing does. See, I'm mashing A and nothing's really happening there. Although, this is actually a shelf! So you have to push it. Well, it's not a shelf, it's a cabinet. I don't know what it is. But the point is, it's like a pushable object. I guess they changed it up from regular shelves. Got an intensifier, not bad. Intensifiers work for both healing items and anesthetics, so they're quite good. Oh boy, another journal! Let's see what these nerds have been up to. Okay, so this guy, O, is fed up with doing simple tasks and is wondering why Dr. Kirk doesn't trust anyone to use the generator. And the other guy points out that the generator actually needs Dr. Kirk to be there because it operates with his ID card. They're a little bit suspicious there as to why the military are so heavily involved in this. After all, as far as they know, it's just an energy experiment. And then they start talking about Tom. Tom they seem to like quite a bit, I guess. They don't really suspect he's a spy, but somewhat ironically, I guess, because of his personality, they think he'd be good to go and spy on Kirk for them. So, yeah, I guess Tom is a pretty good spy in that sense. Now, this researcher seems to have other ideas and thinks that won't work. And apparently Kirk isn't really interested in anyone else, so it wouldn't work. And then this guy does a totally sick burn on all the other male scientists for having poor personal hygiene. See, I think that this is supposed to be a female researcher, but it's impossible to tell because every scientist just leaves their name as an initial. Over here we have a key card for level B security. A little bit curious because we haven't actually seen a level B security door yet. But now we have it, that's fine. Bunch of computers here, although we can't really do anything with them. So let's just head back upstairs. Again, there's not actually a lot we can do in this room, but, you know, might as well explore it just for completeness sake. Saves us from doing it later when we actually have to do things in here. So we have some bulletproof glass made of liquid crystal, and it's set to smoke mode. Now, don't worry, there's not going to be a T-Rex bashing through there or anything, so don't you worry. It's not like Resident Evil 2. That would have been cool, actually, now that I think about it. Oh well. Bunch of computers. They do nothing, though. They're just there for show. And over here is a manual. We don't really need to pay too much attention to it at the moment, but it's basically how to start the generator. We'll be referring to this a bit later. But for now, let's try and use this computer.
Error. Preparation procedure incomplete. Announcement. Power for generator is disconnected.
Is it irony if there's no power for the power generator? I don't know. Over here is an elevator. We actually use level... It doesn't actually say, but we use the level B security card we found just now. And with it we can go to level B3, which is the rest area. Which is just outside of the immigration room. So we can actually go back there and have quick access to a save room if we need it. So, I mean, it's good that it's there. It's a really nice layout. You quick access to a save room if you need it. You just go down this elevator. You know what? Never mind. I don't need to save that badly. Screw this. Just calmly enter this elevator while a dinosaur's trying to kill me. Well, the only other door left is this one. A power frequency room. Let's see what's in here. It's a toolbox, but nothing we can do with it. Can't use the wrench as a melee weapon or anything. A map of B2 level. I think we've already explored most of it, but might as well take it. And over here is someone who's not dead. At least not yet. It's a female researcher who is unconscious and dying. Now you think maybe, okay, well, I should use a resuscitation on her and bring her back to life, but no, you can't really help her. Not even use a med pack or anything, so she's just gonna lie there and slowly die, and we're just gonna leave her to it. There's not really a lot you can do with her, which seems a bit strange. She's like the only other person who's not dead, and you can't talk to her or anything. Now this screen is what we need. It's about the power supply to the facility, and you can switch the supply of power to the third energy generator. So let's do that! Oh, it's this thing again. Well, if you're coming up with a puzzle, you program it into the game, you might as well use it a couple of times. You know, get your money's worth. I don't know. This one took me a little while, actually. It's just trying to get them the right way up before putting them into place in the right order. Not too hard, really, but just takes a bit of thinking as well. Now, once we put it all together, we have powered up the third energy power generator. Excellent. Before we go, though, let's take a look at this journal. Kirk has been hiding everything from the researchers recently. In a demonstration of solidarity, the B1 lab area staff have decided to investigate what Kirk and the military personnel are up to. As a start, we've managed to set a wiretapping device at the part storage area where they've been holding meetings. The device is sound activated and records automatically. It can also play back recordings. It may be the best way to come up with some clues. We need Kirk's ID card to check the generator. We already knew his registration number. It is 31415. All we need now is his fingerprint data. Now, you better write down that number because you actually need it, and I don't think you want to be coming here if you forget about it. So it's a good idea to write down here Dr. Kirk's personal ID card number. I'm just going to do some inventory management here. Just sort out my massive amounts of ammo. The game is actually pretty generous with supplies, honestly. It depends on how you play the game, really. If you play the game aggressively, you'll want to open up these red boxes. If you play the game sort of trying to run away from things, but you get hit a lot, you probably want to open up the green boxes with all the health supplies. Although, some of them have really bad health, like green ones often sometimes have like really bad pickups. Like there's one that has nothing, and I mean nothing, but like recovery aids or something stupid like that, which like you can't use unless you have like a med pack, which is dumb. So, I don't know, I tend to go for ammo. I mean, it's more fun shooting dinosaurs. Admittedly, you haven't seen me doing that very much. Anyway, now there's power to this generator. Let's turn it on. Oh my god. Sounds like R2-D2 is trying to take a dump or something. Jeez.
Announcement. Generator test complete. Remember, a special keycard is required to operate the generator.
Oh damn, we need Dr. Kirk's ID card. All that work for nothing. A gunshot. That can't be good. We should probably investigate. Might be related to that scientist who was on the floor. Maybe she fought off a dinosaur or something, or... Oh my god, what? Oh my god. Man, that's a lot of blood. A dinosaur must have really wrecked her shit. Shot to death? Wait, hang on, that's not right. Okay, first we're going to pick up this memo. This is for later. But she was shot once. Okay, there was one gunshot. How could that much blood come out of her? Holy crap. Anyway, interesting thing. There's this panel that's been opened. And someone's handled it. I guess it's the woman, since it's, you know, covered with bloody fingerprints. I guess whoever shot her ran through there. Best give chase. That looked like Dr. Kirk. Don't just stand there, Regina. Hurry! Gotta go fast! Gotta go catch up with Dr. Kirk. Go on, let him get away. Don't be slow. You can't let that nerd outrun you. You gotta go faster, Regina. Hurry, hurry. Why are you so slow, Regina? Why is this door closing so slow? Come on, Regina. You gotta hurry up and catch. Oh.
Don't move.
And what do you think you're doing?
Carving a name for myself in history with the ultimate energy source.
Open your eyes, you freak. Your precious creation is nothing more than another weapon to be misused.
You seem to have a small degree of superficial intelligence. It's too bad that it is wasted on one who is about to die.
Hey, watch the manicure.
Rick, our target has been secured. Report here immediately. Sorry to interrupt your lecture, Doc. You were saying?
Yes, I was saying.
No, you weren't.
I discovered how the third energy could affect space if it ran unchecked 3 years ago. I thought that the energy had the ability to transfer selective space to an alternate time-space continuum. But I was incorrect.
Incorrect.
Space was not transferred, it was exchanged. To put it in terms that even you can understand, third energy has the ability to replace a pocket in space with one from a different time.
What?
Yes, I came to these conclusions following this evening's final experiment. You've seen the effects yourself. Those beasts were occupying the space this facility is located on almost 65 million years ago.
Right. So that's how those dinosaurs appeared in our time.
Precisely. And that is what I have done.
I'll just round up all the dinosaurs and make a theme park out of them.
And how
What
many
could possibly
people were
go wrong?
sacrificed before you made this discovery?
Who cares? The numbers are quite irrelevant. Let's just say that there were many. Extraordinary deaths for ordinary men, don't you think?
Spoken like a true devil.
A god or a devil?
I prefer the term deity.
I don't care about that. Only my experiment.
Enough. Only one thing matters at this point. Your grand invention is blocking our escape.
You need to destroy the vortex. The only way to do that is to allow the generator's third energy levels to overload.
Okay, I'll get right on that. Wait a minute, that sounds like a really bad
Theoretically
idea to
speaking,
me.
the third energy and the vortex will cancel each other out if they come in contact with one another. But there is one small catch. If you cannot stop the generator's third energy overload, this entire region may be shifted to another point in the space-time continuum.
Then we'll just make sure to be somewhere else when the shift happens. No problem.
But we couldn't even activate the device.
You're missing the initializer and stabilizer, right?
Where are they?
Calm down.
Don't mess up my
They should
hair.
be stored in one of the security level A rooms on floor B3.
Very good, Doc. Now you understand our situation. We live, you live.
We die, you die. We eat spaghetti, you eat spaghetti. We live as one. And from Dr. Kirk, we get the key card for level A security.